Welcome, Mr. Secretary. Before I ask my questions, I just want to make this statement. Draconian abortion restrictions are killing and maiming women, and that is a tragedy. You don't need to respond to that. I want to thank you for being here. I'm going to try to ask my questions as kindly as possible. Do not take them personally. In the past, I've believed...
I won't take your kindness personally.
Okay, well, whatever. You know what they say, if you can't take a joke, don't go into politics. So let me start by saying in the past, I have believed very strongly in the mission of the Department of Health and Human Services. Funding this department should be one of our highest priorities because if it's run correctly, it has the power to save lives, advance life-changing research, and protect the health and well-being of our families, especially our most vulnerable, our children, our seniors. But to be straightforward, as my colleagues know, in other words, my, I am deeply wary of giving $1 to this administration under the current leadership, especially because it seems to be a disregard of science and, most importantly, ignoring the body of government that appropriates funding. That's us, the Congress. In just a few short months, we've seen a level of chaos and destruction. I compare it to a tornado hitting a populated community. Without the consent of Congress, which appropriated funds with Elon Musk's chainsaw, medical research has been gutted, clinical trials have been halted, billions of research grants have been yanked without warning, preventative health programs, those that keep people healthy and out of hospitals, have been slashed to the bone. And I'm from Florida, where we have one of the largest senior populations in the country, and I'm particularly alarmed. Alzheimer's, cancer, heart disease, these are not abstract concerns. Research has been stopped. These are everyday fears of millions of Americans, including my own constituents. And so we've seen the firing of thousands of scientists and other professionals. All this to give tax breaks to our healthiest or wealthiest citizens, who are also probably our healthiest citizens. And to me, that is unconscionable and dumb. So this should not be a partisan issue, really, because it doesn't matter what political party you are. People want to and should be healthy, but the Trump administration ideological dismantling of our public infrastructure must go in a different direction for me to vote for your budget. Now I have a few questions for you. I think you said that the decision for all these cuts was done by a varied amount of people. Were any of the cuts made before you were sworn into office? Were you handed? Do you remember that? Were people fired before you was? All right. Well, what did you say?
I think so, but I can't tell you.
Okay. Let me ask you this: was any member of Congress or anyone on this committee consulted before the cuts were made? And could you tell me who you talked to here?
I mean, I stayed pretty close touch with Bill Cassidy during.
Okay, well, I'm asking you if anybody here, because you're here. You're asking us for money. We appropriated the funds. Did you talk to any of us, Democrat, Republican? You know what? There are actually some very bright Republicans, I will say that, on both sides of the aisle. So the answer to that question is no. So your decisions, were they based on merit or generated by an algorithm? Did somebody get Elon Musk's computer and say, okay, just make 20% cuts? You know if that happened?
I disagree with your entire characterization. It was like the recitation of a narrative that, everybody knows out there, and it's the Democratic Party narrative.
I'm just asking you a question.
It's just not true. We weren't cutting thousands of scientists.
All right,
we weren't cutting a clinical trial. I mean, everything you said was essentially dishonest.
All right, that's my point.
And don't take that personally.
So don't take it personally. Mr. Secretary, how many employees have been let go so far?
Excuse me?
How many employees have been let go so far from your...
About 10,000 left, took the fork in the road, about 10,000 more.
And how many are on administrative leave now, waiting to be fired in June?
Well, that would be the second 10,000.
Okay, and are they currently being paid?
Yes.
So they're being paid to do nothing?
Well, there's a lot of them are supposed to be coming in still.
But they're coming in to do nothing because they're not allowed to work.
Oh, no, we want them working.
Are you empowered to reverse these decisions?
Yes.
You are, okay. And how was the 15% indirect research cost cap decided?
15%.
Research, there's now a 15%.
That's pretty much about 2 to 3 points above industry standards. So we were just, I mean, if you're the Gates Foundation and you give a scientific grant to Stanford, you're giving them a 10% indirect research.
So you base this on the Gates Foundation?
All of the Rockefeller Foundation, all of the other foundations that give to biomedical research.
One more question.
You're asking me a question, but you won't let me answer it, Congressman.
You've done very well, very, very well. I just want to know, are you going to, can we trust you? If we put money into the budget for you, you're going to spend it the way we've directed it?
Yes, that's
Really?
what the law requires.
Okay, thank you. I yield back.